Day 7 of default advent calendar. A new day, a new gift. Today's gift is a small 2D game demo. This is a default example project with Box2D physics and level loaded from Tiled. So let's look. This is a game demo, so we have a Santa, we can move. And this is game level loaded from Tiled. We can resize screen. We can use virtual path. We have settings with localization, with camera zoom, with sound, music, privacy policy. Okay, so let's look in Tiled. This is how level looks in Tiled. So we have some layers. We can add more ground for game, for example. Here also we can flip, we can rotate, and yes, so we create something new in Tiled. Then we need to reload, so we use Tiled reload, so it's reload in game, and then we need to restart because we save tile in custom properties. Okay, so level is changed. Let's see. So custom levels, level 1 JSON. We use JSON to save level, and in features we have gameplay tiled. So here is all logic for tiled, and we have levels, result, lua, sources. So how it worked? We have a level tmx, then we have some scripts. So what we do, we export our levels to Lua. Then we have a Lua exported level. We use a parser, so we can parse Lua level and check it and fix it. So what we can do here, yeah, so this is parser level, so we take level, we fix tile sets in level, so because in tiled we can have multiples level 1 tmx, and in this level tile set order can be different, so we use one order, then we change y down to y top, then we make something prepare, then we can check. So what we can check? We can check that in data ground we use, so here is ground layer, so ground layer we need to use only a ground tile set. So if we use raw tile set, we have error here, and here we can parse phasic static geometry. So we take lower geometry, then we parse, support rectangle, polygon and circle. And so we can open geometry layer, create some rect, we can move it. Also we can create some complex polygon shape, and we can create circle. Then we need reload tiled successfully reloaded, and then we need build. So here is a rect, here is a circle, and here is complex polygon shape, but we inside, and it's very important to use anti-clockwise order, but I forgot about it every time, so we can add property reverse bool, and it should worked. We need reload. We need to restart. And it worked. And this in anti-clockwise also worked. Okay, so what we have more in parser? We can have game object, visual object, so visual object, some snowmen, lights, object for now is only player. Also we can add some check. So now we check that every map have a player. So let's look more in tiled. So here I have a lot of ECS system, camera border, draw tile, debug systems, level creator, some materials, some buffers, some update dynamic Z position. So our player and our snowman is sorted. Okay, so let's look in draw tile layer system because it's interesting. I don't use default tile map because I don't like them, and I don't use sprites because if you use sprites you have a lot of sprite to draw tile map. So I have a mesh. So in mesh I have 2 triangles for every tile, and so here I can create layer. So I create resource, I create buffer, and then in update layer mesh I fill buffer, so it have a position and text chord. So what is text chord? For tiled I also use atlas, so all my images are in one atlas. So here I iterate tiled layers. So what tiled layers? I iterate first ground and draw it in buffer. Then I iterate road, also draw it in buffer. And then I have one buffer. I think it's 10 by 10. So yeah, green is a tile buffer. The small is every tile, and for example I can make tile chunk smaller, and it worked. Yeah, so I also support flipped tiled and buffer. This project have a lot of features and some tools, so you can explore it and find something useful. Action system, some animators, and a lot of features. I moved to features, so we have some build features, core features, a lot of core features, debug features, so debug GUI, and some interesting things like resizer. So here I can change screen size and see is it worked good. And I have a debug system, so we can profiler, we can see our sense stack, we can see ECS debug, we can debug 2D, we have FPS counter, we can some reset. Okay, debug, gameplay, platform features, SDK, so I have ads SDK, analytics SDK, consent screen SDK, privacy policy, some UI features, and so this project have a lot of things to find and explore, and I use, and I hope you find. That's all for today. I hope you find this project useful. I think it's small, simple, but have a lot of features, so it can be interesting to explore and look how my games looks like. So see you tomorrow.